welcome to ETimes. This is Sheena, and today I have someone very special who I'm going to be talking to. She is none other than Soundarya Sharma. Soundarya is an actress, a model. She is also a trained classical vocalist. She loves racing cars, and she's done a lot of work in Bollywood, and there's a lot more coming up. Hi, Soundarya. Welcome.
Hi, Sheena. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You know, I forgot to mention the best part about you. What I loved is that you've done bachelor's in dental studies.
Yes.
And so basically, Soundarya has studied dental sciences, and then she landed up into getting into acting, modeling, all of that. So tell me more about it. I'm so intrigued. Doctor, and then
I know, right? Everyone asks me the same question, like, dude, why from this to this? Because usually a perception of that actors are not very, but that is not so true. Everybody is well-read and very learned over here. That is why they are here.
Correct.
So yeah, all my life I always wanted to be an actor. My mother, she wanted to be an actor, but then then parents were a little stricter than today's parents. They encourage, and my nanny was also very enterprising type. So I think it runs in the genes, and that's how I decided. But I was a very quiet child. Nobody would have ever thought in their wildest dreams that I would be coming to Bombay and actually, being able to do this. So I feel that God is really kind to me. I am no extraordinary. It's God and my karma, and I feel my parents' blessing. We are born and raised in, Indian culture, जहाँ पे we all celebrate festivals and everything. नाच गाना तो वो देख के हम बड़े हुए हैं. So I was like, मुझे स्क्रीन पे आना, I want to be like this, I want to wear these fancy clothes. And that's how it started.
But tell me something, Soundarya, just decode it for me. All those budding actresses or people who just have a thought in their mind that I want to be an actor. So tell me, decode this whole scenario for me. Ki you're from Delhi and you've studied dental sciences. How did this happen? Where was that one sort of an opportunity or one seed in your mind that got you towards the first step of, getting into acting, modeling, and of course the pageants, bit?
So it was actually Miss India pageants ad which I saw in Times of India. And my friends were like, hey, you're a stylo. Everybody called me stylo, not with my name. And they thought, chalo, isko thoda chadha dete hain. And I got really excited and I filled in the form. And, I participated, and that's how my journey began. That was the thing, because, we all girls are like that. We all want to be appreciated and everyone telling, oh, you're so pretty, this and that. That time, we don't know whether we're going to be, getting into acting or it's just a pretty thing. And there is a pedestal like Miss India pageant or Miss Universe or all this, because we celebrate women that way. And we think, oh, this is the thing for girls. And then I got a little serious. I started attending classes and workshops at modern school. Then I started to go to National School of Drama. I could not enroll myself there because my father wouldn't allow. I come from a Brahmin family, and they said, ki, hamare ghar ki ladkiyan, whatever the notion is about Bollywood, because of whatever reasons, which is not that true. Honestly, I just want to tell this to everybody. So, you have to keep up the spirit. You have to be very positive. Don't listen to what people are talking. Because if you are right, nobody can do anything to you. That's the thing. And honestly, now people are really nice over here in Bollywood. People are good. Now there are so many casting agents. You have so many opportunities. You can go for ad auditions. You can go for acting auditions. They'll send you the script. Now, COVID has taught us that nobody meets anybody. Currently, I'm doing 2 another shows, and my 3 shows are lined up to release, and I auditioned for them when I was in LA last year.
Okay.
I didn't even meet them. So my point is, it totally depends on you, how you take life and how passionate you are about this thing. So you have to be very driven and just be honest, and hard work always pays. In fact, Sheena, I didn't even know that where the casting directors sit. I used to fly from my, stipend I used to save in my internship. I used to go to the hospital and I used to tell my dad, sorry, I'm telling you the truth now. I used to lie to them that mera night shift hai. And I used to save that money, fly to Bombay, come and see how do I do it. And today, the same place I'm living here. Earlier, I used to bhatko in rickshaws here. So it gives me goosebumps even today when things, God is kind and things are moving and I'm taking baby steps and moving ahead. So I just want to tell that everything has a route. Everything is easy if you decide that you want to make it happen.
How has your social media and say Instagram for that matter, because you've got 2.5 million plus followers on Instagram. So how has that helped you to connect with your fans and followers? And you tell me, do you handle your own account, and how does it happen? You know, you have a team that tells you, Soundarya, aaj ek reel dalo, aaj photo dalo, aaj IGTV dalo, aaj stories dalo. Tell me about that.
My team is going to hate me for this, but I don't believe in all that. I handle my everything on my own, right from work to everything. Thanks to social media and the Instagram team, I think the app itself is amazing. Everything has its like own good things and bad things about it. But it's a boon, I feel, because it gives you a great reach and connectivity to the audience and people. People who don't know, like there are a lot of people who haven't seen their work or something. At least it speaks about your personality. और मैं किसी की कभी नहीं सुनती हूँ, ये डालो, ये मत डालो, ये caption लिखो, वो मत लिखो. I don't go by any of it. Sometimes you get bored also. अच्छा एक ये बहुत pressure होता है, अच्छा 6 दिन हो गए हैं, कुछ picture नहीं गया है, reel नहीं गया है. You know, people are going to judge, followers unfollow कर देंगे. You decide whether you want to be an influencer or an actor with that quality. Commendable to all the content creators who are doing that, but everyone's prerogative and everyone's priorities are different.
Absolutely.
So mine is this, and I don't get pressurized by itne followers, and I'm really thankful and grateful to my Insta family, and so much love to you all that आपने इतने कम समय में मुझे मतलब इतना प्यार दिया है. और मैं मतलब ऐसे भी नहीं है कि मैं 50 वीडियोस दिन के डालती हूँ ये करके. Thank you for loving me so much at the starting of my career. बट मैं यही कहना चाहूंगी कि यार इसमें प्रेशराइज होने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. कीप शावरिंग द लव. अगर उन्हें फोटोज अच्छे आते हैं तो वैसे ही लोग आपको फॉलो करेंगे. एंड लाइक आई सेड, कीप कॉन्सेंट्रेटिंग ऑन योर वर्क. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे रिमाइंड योरसेल्फ, दिस इज नॉट व्हाट आई केम फॉर. दिस इज अ बाय प्रोडक्ट ऑफ आवर प्रोफेशन. सो उस पर ध्यान होगा ना तो पीपल, ये मेरा मानना है. आई डोंट वांट टू बी प्रीची. I don't know about others. So yeah, this is what I follow, and thank you everybody. Keep following me. I want more followers.
So Soundarya, since you're talking about, you know, this, that you used to lie to your dad and of course come to Bombay, do the auditions and everything, it is giving me goosebumps as well when you're talking about it, because today that life which you wanted at that time is really a reality for you. So tell me, do you also believe that life is all about making choices, making the right choices, and then just sticking to it no matter what? And of course, we hear about this a lot. First, my question is, do you actually believe in that? And second, my question is that then how do you tread that path? Because saying it is so easy, but doing it in actuality is like really tough.
See, difficult and tough is an understatement if we talk that way. Like I said, you have to be passionate enough and so driven enough that nothing stops you. I lied not to hurt anyone, but to make my things happen. I couldn't have told them, hey, Papa, I don't know anything. I'm just going. Would he have allowed ever? Never. A father who doesn't allow a daughter to move out of house after 7 p.m. in Delhi, because Delhi is unsafe that way. How would he allow a daughter to pursue acting or Miss India pageant or anything for that matter? Now they are happy and proud parents. I must say, because without their support, I wouldn't have been here. But then if I talk about 3 years back, so yeah, and I think you have to keep doing it, like how we have to study to become a graduate. It's a consistent effort. It cannot happen without studying. You can't just go and write exam. So same way here. So you cannot just land up in front of the camera. You have to work hard towards it. You have to study acting. You have to do things. And also by studying acting, I mean, you need to polish your craft if you're serious about it. See, nobody can make you an actor if you're not an actor. You can only polish your skills. And when my father actually saw that I'm working so hard, this Ranchi Diaries happened. You know how Ranchi Diaries happened?
Yes, please tell me about your audition process and what was that one first audition of yours, and did you crack it, or was it like very tell me about that. How was your feeling?
So I was in National School of Drama.
Yes.
And I had no clue. I went there and I went at the reception. I was like, I want to learn acting. And they were looking at me like that. And by that moment, that time the acting director of NSG was passing. His wife was a doctor.
Okay.
And I said, sir, I'm a medical student. I don't know. I want to be an actor. Can I meet somebody here? So he laughed at me. He said, come. And that's how it started. And I think he sympathized with me because his wife was a doctor. Is bichari ko koi saath iska nahi de raha hai. And that's how my journey began. So I did my workshops there. And eventually, in a span of few days, team from YRF was there for some auditions. I didn't crack that. But I landed up in Bombay because of that.
Okay.
I did a few months training at YRF, learning acting and all. They guided me, everything. But things didn't work out. But what happened out of those auditions and learning of acting and diction, I cracked the audition of Ranchi Diaries.
Wow, that's amazing.
So dots are connected always.
One thing is leading to the other.
Yes. So I always feel nothing happens by accident. Everything. Now when I sit back and think, God has planned for all of us. Yes, हम लोगों को मेहनत करना है. We have to keep working hard. We cannot just sit at home and say, oh, and start criticizing people. No, we cannot do that. Everybody has their own journey and karmic cycle. I totally believe in karma and energies. So for me, it is one of those. So that's how I got Ranchi Diaries. I happen to work with one of the best actors in industry. Being a newcomer, just a naive girl, don't know anything about fashion and glamour. Same year, I got Most Stylish Diva from Lokmat.
Yes, I had to talk about that also. And
2019, yeah.
So when you talk about this, that you went to, to get formal training for acting, before that Miss India happened?
Yes.
Okay, so that is when you realize that, now this is the path that I want to take.
Yes.
And this is where I want to land, and this is what I want to do, and not become a doctor.
I was one of the Miss India finalists, by the way.
I know.
But because my father thought that my daughter would have to wear a bikini. Not that I refrained, I post everything now. He's very much happy and okay because he understood that, okay, this is her profession and let her do what she wants to do. Maybe our parents they have great acceptance. I must say we are born in a very amazing country. Our parents do have wisdom, but it's just that, breaking that thing because whatever the society norms are.
And I also feel that, Soundarya, when you say that you've come from Delhi, you've made a mark in Bombay, and now you're doing such amazing work. Of course, because there's a perception about Bollywood that, maybe if our daughter goes, it's a very hard industry, or, it's not a very good sort of industry like medical sciences, for that matter, what we've studied. So I know where you're coming from. It's so difficult to explain to your parents that, you know what, Bollywood is a really nice place to be at, and I will make my mark. Yeah. So tell me that, of course, that was a part of your struggle where you had to explain to your parents.
Yeah.
Then, of course, the struggle of getting into the industry, breaking into, this like biggest industry of the world, which is Bollywood.
Yes.
Now I want to know from you that, of course, slow and steady, you did mark your journey here. I want to know that, how was it coming to Bombay, like fully, and settling here, and then, starting your journey? How was that? Did it happen because of networking? Because they say that Bollywood mein there's a lot of networking.
I do zero networking. I don't, like I said, I didn't even know where casting agents are, who to reach out to. Of course, definitely Miss India gave me wings to my dreams that way to initiate my journey. It gave me immense, I would say confidence that yes, I can go out and do something in life. And I can tell everybody that, okay, I'm capable, let me go at. So that is one thing. But I would say that you have to be really not networking. There was somebody recently telling me, okay, Soundarya, so you don't drink, you don't smoke. How would you socialize? You need to have a glass in your hand to socialize. I was like, dude, when you are actually holding a glass, first of all, it should not matter what is in my glass. My glass and the content does not decide that whether I should be getting the work or not. So again, how you take it. Because there are people who have opinion, right? Yeah, and you need to decide. That's where they decide, oh, she really is about it. She's at it. So you don't have to get intimidated by that. And there is nothing serious called networking thing. Networking can happen when you make a mark. Before that, nobody will entertain you also.
That's absolutely. I think that's a very good point that she made right now, which is that nobody is going to talk to you unless you tell that, hey, I'm Soundarya, I'm an actress, I've done this, or, I've done these many shoots, for ads.
I think work speaks for itself. And that's where socializing, networking happens. Then, so that is called cleaning up your emotional slate.
Okay, that's amazing what you just mentioned. Well, I also want to ask you, like, for all those budding actors, actresses, there's this thing of being associated with good agencies.
Right.
Because that also plays a very important role. Right. All of that. So tell me that.
So yes, it's equally important at a certain stage. Also, you have to make an effort to be there. I'm very thankful that I have a very good team working with me, for me, and standing by me, like Times Talent. I am with Times Talent. And also, I would like to thank the platform of this Miss Pageant, which has actually made girls aware that, okay, you're capable of much more. So, hats off to the MD of our group, because I think that is one of its kind that has given entitlement to all the women and, budding kids like us, that okay, this is also a platform, why not? So that is one thing. And everything is important. Your PR is important. Your, like you said, the networking part. I think let them do your part. You do your job of being right and an actor. So that's where the agency is really important. So I'm thankful to my Times agency. They are doing a good job so far. Yes. Hopefully we grow together and much higher.
Soundarya, we've spoken a lot about the good part of the industry and how you wanted to be a part and you trying really hard and you were working on it also. And you're getting formally trained and all of that. But did you ever at any point, because you came from outside, you had no auntie, mama, chacha, uncle in the industry. So tell me about this, that did you ever feel this favoritism or nepotism coming into play? A role that you really wanted and you auditioned for and it went to somebody else.
Oh my God, you asked me my favorite question. No, so why I spoke so positive so far is I want you to underline it, because I want to inspire people in any which form. Because it's difficult. It takes a lot for a person to say, okay, I'm going to shift my city. I'm going to shift my profession. How would I convince my parents? And let's go for it. That is why. And if I can do it, any of you could do it. It's just you have to be persistent enough. Okay, now coming to the part of being an outsider. Yeah. वो तो कुछ नहीं है. I was told the very first day, and I knew that person is a very big casting agent. I don't want to name him. He said, you're not dating an actor. You're not dating a producer. You're not dating a star kid. What makes you think that you are pretty talented and that will make you a star here? So I looked at him and वो मेरे सामने flashback आया. क्या होता है वो journey जो लोग देखते हैं, that is different than the journey you've gone through, which people have not seen to be here. So tears were rolling down, and I remember I was sitting in Lokhandwala at that Starbucks. I had no clue. I came back and I howled. But that day gave me a reality check. If that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have been sitting here talking about my show release 2 days back as a lead, Praktanchal. I've been able to do Lee Strasberg Naifa only because of that gave me a kick that now I will tell him. Ranchi Diaries happened. So sometimes some people like this, negativity and failures are important for your growth. They give you a good push. And be an eagle, yeah. It's okay. It's okay to walk alone. It's okay to fly alone. Let them say, oh, she's going the wrong path. She's not networking. She's not socializing. She's not doing this, doing that. It's okay. That is what will make your identity. And there was a very big film, super hit, last year it came, and 1.5 महीना पहले मुझे बोला गया that we are getting calls from so and so production and we have to take her. Later on, they replaced another actor of the same agency. She's doing good films. God is blessing her, kind to her, and to me too. But that happened. That broke me again. That jolted me because it happens a lot. और मुझे ये बोला कि किसी से फोन करवा दो नहीं. I don't have anybody कि जो मेरे लिए फोन कर दे. I am my own godfather. So I'm like, okay, let me go my way. And I think work will pull work, and my parents are super proud and happy. My father keeps all my articles and online this thing, whatever comes. So that is my driving force. So nothing bogs me down.
I think what you just said, that you are your own godfather and you don't need any. Yeah. That's very, very strong and that's very empowering.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Soundarya, for this amazing conversation. I'm sure that a lot of people who would have watched us today would have taken so much from this and, would have got this, inspiration to actually follow their dreams.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for letting me speak my emotions out, because we all actors are very emotional.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it was an insightful thing.
Any ending note or anything that you want to put out there, as an ending sort of thing?
I would just say that keep doing what you're doing. love what you do, stay real, don't change yourself. And if you're real to yourself, if you're truthful to yourself, nothing can stop you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.